Jessie. Welcome to my channel, Running with Scissors. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to share with you our Hawaiian cruise. I'm going to show you some of the pictures of the things we saw, things we did. So just sit back and enjoy. I do want to apologize first for the way I sound. I came back from Hawaii with a lovely head cold, so I know I sound a little bit stuffy. So I did take a lot of pictures, but I picked out some that I thought you'd be interested in, and of course what I was wearing that I had made to go on my trip to Hawaii. So sit back and enjoy. Here we are on the plane, on our way from Ohio to Hawaii. It was a long, long plane ride. Here are some mountains over Colorado. And when you get to the airport, you're greeted with an aloha. We stayed in the Rainbow Tower at the Hilton Hawaiian Village. Here I am on my balcony. Palm trees. Love those palm trees. And there we're standing in front of the sign. I'm wearing my cover-up that I had made. And here I am on the Waikiki Beach, and you can see Diamond Head right behind me. Here's another view of the property. Very pretty. Now the next day was Friday, and we went on a tour of the Kualoa Ranch and took the Jurassic Park tour. That was a lot of fun. Here I am with a friend I made. And Ron, he made a friend too. I don't know how friendly this little guy is. Now this is what we rode in. You see it's open on the sides. It rained halfway through the tour and we got soaked. One of the pictures you'll see me that I look like a drowned rat. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? If you watch Jurassic Park, you'll recognize that. That's Bill and Ted. Our driver said that they were awaiting our excellent adventure. Here we are hiding. Remember the movie when Dr. Grant and the kids were hiding? They also filmed lots of other movies there like Lost, 50 First Dates, Jumanji, the one with the rock, and also Hawaii Five-0, and if you look at me, I'm wet. We got so wet, our fingers pruned. We got so wet. This is the observation tower when they were looking at that brand new dinosaur, the Indominus Rex. And those are the scratch marks. Here we are standing in front of the gate to Jurassic World. And that night, there was a beautiful sunset. Isn't that gorgeous? And every Friday night at the Hilton, they have fireworks. Now this is our ship, but this is when it was docked in Kauai. And this is the dress I was wearing to dinner that night. This is our room. We got a small room. We didn't get a balcony. We decided to be economical and save money. Here's some views around the ship. Look at that lamp. Funny, huh? And there's the Pride of America lifesaver. And look at these beautiful stairs. Lovely. I have a picture made on them you'll see later. And there's the ceiling right above those stairs. Now, on Sunday, we got into Maui. We didn't do a whole lot in Maui because we didn't have an excursion, and it was kind of a long walk into town. Not a lot to see there, but there's a lovely picture of it from the ship. We did have an excursion the next day. And here's what I was wearing that day in Maui, the shorts that I made, and the top is ready to wear. This is the ready-to-wear dress I wore to dinner that night. The next day on Monday, we took the road to Hana. It's a very windy road. And here's a little bit of it I'll show you, and you can see how it winds around. Our driver, who was born and raised in Maui, has driven this road many times, said that many times people will rent a car, and they'll get halfway up there, and then they'll turn around. They have a lot of accidents on this. In fact, we saw 2 accidents. One had just happened. We saw a car flipped upside down in the ditch. It had just happened because people were climbing out of the car. They looked okay. Our driver stopped to see if they needed any help. They said they were okay. And a little bit later, we saw 2 cars that sideswiped each other. And they really tore up the sides of their cars because they probably went around the curve and went on, left of center. Here is a waterfall, and you can see a man on mid-jump. They have a sign telling you not to jump, that it's dangerous, but people do it anyway. Our driver actually did it the day before. Here is a black sand beach that we went to in Maui. There I am gathering up some of the rocks. Some of them were real fine, others were like rocks. And then we went to this Kiane Point. Now that looks like a lot of rocks or boulders on the beach, doesn't it? But look at the picture I took when I zoomed in. Those are turtles. Cool, huh? So many turtles. And then this is what I wore that night for dinner. This is Tuesday. On our way to see the Volcano National Park, we stopped at another black sand beach. A little bit different. The sand was really fine, as you can see in this picture. It kind of felt like your regular sand, real fine textured. There I am standing on the beach. It was pretty cool. I never saw a black sand beach before. So different than your usual beach that you see in Florida. Then we went to Rainbow Falls Lookout. And the reason they call that, if you catch the falls at a certain position, you can see a rainbow. But you had to be down at the bottom to see the spray. And if you'll see the rainbow, it was the mist from the falls. And if the sun catches it just right, you'll see a rainbow. Pretty cool. Here we are at a sign at the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. And there's a Kilauea crater. I know I'm butchering the name. I think I look like the flying nun in this picture because my hair's sticking up like the flying nun's hat. There's another picture, little video of the crater. If you look, there's like some steam coming up from it. No lava. We didn't get to see any of that. They hadn't had a active one for a bit. But it's really neat to see. Really cool. So there's the crater. Then we stopped at the steam bluff. And I tell you what, it is really cool. There's more than one. If you stand right in the right position, it was hot. Then we went through this lava tube. It was longer than I thought it would be. I mean, we thought it just went on forever. But I walked through it, and then it had a cool picture because they have it all lit up. Really enjoyed that. And there's what I wore on the steps. My picture was taken on the steps that night for dinner. Then this is Wednesday, and we went to Kona. And we just walked around Kona. And look, I found a quilt store, and I did buy some fabric. And maybe I'll show that to you a little bit later. And I don't know what I'm going to make with it. We stopped and had a wonderful pizza at the Kona Brewing Company, and we found shave ice. The shave ice was so good. There is what it looks like. I'd never had shave ice before, but this was good. It had ice cream in it. It was wonderful. And this is what we tendered. This is on our way back, but we tendered on the lifeboats. And there is the beautiful sunset that we saw that night. And there's what I wore to dinner that night. Now this is Thursday, and we're now in Kauai. And we took a tour. Look at the rainbow. This is the spouting horn. I believe that it's the water coming up and it shoots up out this hole. It's kind of interesting. Then we went to the Waimea Canyon Lookout. I've never been to the Grand Canyon, but this certainly was beautiful. They say it's the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. Very, very gorgeous and really, really windy up there. I have a few pictures of that. I had to hold my hair back with my hand because my hair was blowing in my face. There's lots of chickens on these islands. About every island has chickens running free. Now here's the luau, and here's what I made to wear at the luau. And here's the both of us with our leis on. I had a real flowers. And there's the picture that they took of us. We kind of blend together, don't we, with our shirts? And here's a few pictures from the luau. It was a lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. we are. We're still in Kauai the next day, and we just took a free shuttle to this beach. You can actually look really close. You can see the ship back there. And I bet you didn't know I knew how to surf. And that's what I wore to dinner that night. And there's a rainbow eucalyptus tree. We are back in Honolulu, and we took a tour. And there's the old plantation, had some pineapple whip that was delicious. And I found this pincushion. Isn't that gorgeous? But we took kind of a tour. It was really cool. We took a tour. Now, there's a baby mama and her baby chicks. We took a tour so that they could take us to the airport with our luggage. I hope you enjoyed that. As I said, I took so many pictures, but I picked out the ones I thought you would be the most interested in to kind of give you a little bit of a tidbit of what we saw and what we did. First, I want to show you the pincushion I bought over at the Dole Plantation. I thought it was pretty cute. One thing I didn't show you was this turtle. I actually bought this little turtle. We went to the Volcanoes National Park. I bought that in the gift shop. I thought it was pretty cute. And then I want to show you that fabric I bought in that quilt shop. Now, Hawaii doesn't really have manufacturing, so the fabric was not made in Hawaii. That dress that I wore standing on the steps, in the ship, was made in Hawaii, but the fabric was not. And that's what the lady at the quilt shop told me. That I was telling her about my dress, and she said, well, the fabric wasn't made in Hawaii, but it was actually sewn together, put together in Hawaii. So I wanted to buy some fabric that looked Hawaiian. So I bought 3 yards of this. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might wait till spring or summer because this isn't really a winter type of a fabric. But if you have any ideas for what to do with this, I'm all ears. Well, that was our trip to Hawaii. I do hope you enjoyed it. I haven't sewn in about 2 weeks, and I'm really itching to get back to my sewing machine. I do have a couple of things cut out, ready to go, so I'll start sewing, and I'll be back next week with something I've actually sewn. So I'll see you next week. Aloha.